Hello everybody, welcome back to another vlog. I'm very excited because today is December 1st and that means it's finally Christmas time. It's finally the holiday season. Well, it has been the holiday season because of Thanksgiving, but for me, it's officially Christmas. Like, I don't care. It is Christmas time. So I'm currently in the last week of the semester. I just had my last day of classes today. I only had one, so pretty easy day, but all of my homework, all of my work from the semester is due various times throughout this week. So I am still scrambling to get a lot of that done. But besides that, I am in the biggest creative mood. I am in the mood to read and to journal and to crochet and just to do all my fun, cozy hobbies. I'm just ready to make this winter the coziest and the most magical it can be, so I hope you're ready to do that with me. So I will take you through my current reads in my TBR very quickly. As you know, I'm still in the middle of The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig, but my priority is definitely to finish this in the next week or so. I don't really know how long I'm going to be filming this vlog because I am filming another reading vlog right now, but in that one I will be reading Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. So I am currently reading that one, but all my thoughts will be going into that specific vlog. It's going to be like a themed reading vlog about that book. Besides that, my priority is to finish The Night and the Moth, so I will need to catch up and read like the past couple chapters just to kind of refresh my memory, but I am definitely back in the mood to read this. Not that I was ever not in the mood to read this, but I just feel like I got caught up in so many other things, and like spooky season is kind of when I first started reading this, so I'm finally ready to call it done and just to, you know, give you my final thoughts. Besides The Night and the Moth, I did just get approved for an arc of one of my most anticipated releases of 2026, which is The Trident and the Pearl by Sarah K.L. Wilson. It comes out next year in February, the day before my birthday. That's how I remember it. It comes out the 24th of February. And this is a very like ocean-inspired, sea-inspired fantasy. It follows this queen who I think she has to go on this quest or this type of journey to like bring back her kingdom or like regain her kingdom, but she has to take on the help from this like fisherman guy. He's kind of like weird, I think, but it turns out he's actually like the god of the sea, the king of the sea or something like that. It's a very rough premise, but I'm just so excited to get into this book. So my hope is that if I finish The Night and the Moth, or if I want to pick up a different book, I'm going to start that arc because I'm just biting at the bit to do it. And then also, if you can't tell, I did get new shelves, so if you haven't watched my bookshelf organization, bookshelf makeover video, you should definitely go watch that too because I had a lot of fun putting it together. Still haven't put the TV up. That's actually the mount that I need to put the TV on, but I'm waiting on my dad and my boyfriend to have time to help me because I do not know how to do it myself, nor do I really want to do it myself, so I will be enlisting their help. So yeah, before we get into the rest of this vlog, I did want to show you my December reading journal spread. I actually just finished it and I am like obsessed with it. It just makes me even more excited for the holidays and for my like winter reading plans, so I wanted to show it to you. So I found this like vintage Christmassy scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby and I just love it. It's got like vintage stamps and like little Santas and everything, and it's just so cute. So I have the December title and then my little TBR, and really it's only 4 books, but hopefully I can get to Empire of Storms. I've actually decided against doing the tandem read, which I'll go into that later I guess, but yeah, hopefully Empire of Storms later on this month, Divine Rivals obviously, Foxglove King, and then Fallen Stars. I'm still waiting on my pre-order to get here, so I will definitely be starting that one soon. I don't know about this vlog. And then this is where I will track my reads, and then I have my stats and the books bought and received, because I don't really see myself doing too much book buying this month, but I see myself maybe receiving books because of Christmas. Who really knows? I don't really know what I'm getting. I didn't make a Christmas list, so. And then my next journal spread I'm going to do is a winter bucket list spread, so you will see me setting this up in this vlog, just through my reading journal. So yeah, that is a long enough intro. Let's get into the vlog, and I'm very excited to take you along with my reading this week. Alright, let me take you through the books I got from the Little Free Library. This one is actually just from the library, but I picked it up because it is a fun, wintry read, and it's really, really short, and has illustrations as well. This one my friend got me for Christmas. And then these are my Little Free Library books I found. This one I'm planning to use as like journal pages, not to read. It's more just for decoration. And I found a Secret History, and I'm very excited to get to this one. Very pleasant surprise. And then this is by an author I've read before. Honestly, I don't know much about it, but it looks cool, so I'm interested to see what I think. And then this is the one my friend picked out from the bookstore for me for Christmas. I haven't heard anything about it, so if you have read it, let me know your thoughts. I'm very, very curious. But it has a really cool map in the front, which definitely excites me. Hello everyone, I have a little reading update for you for The Night and the Moth, which I am so happy about because I had not been making progress in this for like months. So for me to like actually continue this, I feel so proud of myself and also happy because I am obsessed with this. Like the first half, when I had first started this book, I think in like September and October, I was obsessed with it. I was really into the setting and the atmosphere, and I was so intrigued by the main character and then the side character and like all the people we were meeting. But then I stopped halfway through, not because I didn't want to, but because school just got so chaotic. But now this is like the only book that I'm reading. Like I do have an audiobook, but I'm not really loving it, so I won't really mention it right now because I don't know if I'll finish it. But this is like the only book I'm reading right now, and I think that is what's helping me get through it because all my attention is on this, and every time I'm not reading, I'm thinking about reading this, and I'm not like distracted by the like 10 other books I'm in the middle of. So for a progress update, I've gotten up to chapter 23, which is page 282. So I am really close to the end. I think there's about 400 pages in this book, so I'm really, really close. I have a little over 100 pages left. And wow, I'm just so excited to finish this. I honestly am scared for the ending though, because we still have a lot to do, like where our characters are at right now. They're like going on this, not really journey, but they're traveling across the world to all the different hamlets and like the areas of this kingdom, and they're trying to find these omens, which are basically like the gods that like they have their respective hamlets, and like they are like the patron saints, you would say, of these locations. And so now they're at a different location, and I think they still have one more to do, but like we're getting, actually no, two more to do, and I'm just really scared for the ending because there is going to be a book 2, and I just genuinely cannot predict what is going to happen and like how this is going to end and how it's going to continue onto a second book. That just shows how great of a writer Rachel Gillig is. I freaking love her as an author. She's definitely like one of my top favorite authors now. Like after reading One Dark Window, I knew she was, but this is really solidifying her because her ideas for fantasy books, for One Dark Window and for this one especially, is just so unique. I've never read anything like this. It's just very fresh and it's different, and there are a lot of the same like genre conventions and like kind of tropes you would see in a typical romantasy book, but just her atmosphere and her writing and just everything about the story in general and the world building is just very different. It's not like cookie cutter, like the same as the other books that you would see right now, and I just love that so much. So I hope I can finish this weekend. Honestly, I'm pretty sure I'm going to finish it this weekend, which is really, really great. So I'll definitely come back when I do and give you like my full thoughts, full review, and that will be the end of this vlog. So I will see you then. I did it. I finished The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. Finally, after starting this at the beginning of September. It is December 16th right now, and I just finished this today. And I'm devastated that I have to wait like a little less than a year for book 2. Book 2 comes out September 1st of 2026, and now I wish I would have waited even longer to complete this because I'm like so happy to have finished it because it was so good and I love these characters so much. But oh my gosh, the final freaking chapter. How could you do that to me? Like how? I feel so betrayed, and I know these characters feel betrayed, but I feel so betrayed because I was reading this whole book, couldn't guess where it was going. I was strapped in, and you know, I had like maybe some guesses, but like I wasn't really sure on like the clear direction of this story, and truly I had no idea like what was going to happen in book 2 until I read the very last chapter. Like it fully took me by surprise, and I'm terrified. But this was just beautifully written. Rachel Gillig is definitely like one of my top favorite authors now after reading One Dark Window and now this one. She's just such a skilled writer. Like her prose and writing style are so beautiful and like whimsical and very unique, and I just think that's so refreshing in fantasy books, and like even like I guess you could call this a romantasy, but the plot is very much the focus, and like it's not that the romance is a subplot or a side plot necessarily, like it's still just as focused as the plot and like finding the omens and everything and traveling around the kingdom, but like it's definitely a bit more in the background, but it still feels so like present and just so like whole and complete and just beautiful and so wholesome. I just really loved the journey that the main character went on. She changed so much in this book, like starting out not really knowing much, being very like sheltered in her world, and then she was kind of thrust out of it, forced to get answers, and when she did, it changed her, and I really liked seeing her thought process and how she was processing all these feelings, making friends with new people like the knights and everything, and then, you know, having to come to terms with things that she finds out, and like just kind of the harsh truths, the harsh realities of the world and the life she knew. And it was just really inspiring to see her, like, you know, put her foot forward and still just be determined to like change and just still to like persevere. And also I am obsessed with the gargoyle, with Barthol. There were times I was finishing this book, I read the last little bit of it super duper quickly just because I was so invested I could not put it down, and I was like in near tears at the gargoyle. He is so freaking precious. I need one. Like, I literally need him to follow me around too. And he was her squire. Stop it. And I'm just picturing the last chapter again. I can't. I haven't had characters mean this much to me in a long time. I find it very hard to connect to characters a lot of the times. Like, if I'm not enjoying it, if I'm not vibing with the characters, I will put a book down because they are so important to moving the story forward. And truly, I think all of these characters move the story forward. They were each so well-rounded, and you could tell that they had their own individual internal conflicts. Like, not just the main character, not just Rory, the king, Maud, even the gargoyle. They all had their like inner conflicts that made them feel real and made like their group dynamic so much heavier. So yeah, I'm obsessed. I'm so happy I finally finished it, and I'm really just like devastated. Like, I'm trying not to fall into a reading slump right now because I'm in a big reading mood. Like, I'm ready to continue reading. I'm like want to read a lot of books, but like this one is sticking with me and I'm really finding it hard to like move on. Because I'm still here. But yeah, if you can't tell, I did give this 5 stars. But it will go in its home on the shelf here. Yay! So that is actually the end of this vlog. I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you've been watching my vlogs for a while, you know I've been reading this book for a while, so I hope this was a satisfying conclusion, and I just hope that if you are looking for a book to read, you go pick up The Night and the Moth, because it is such a beautiful story. You will not regret reading it, I promise you. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and like and leave a comment what you're currently reading or what you're hoping to read in the next couple weeks before the year ends, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!